All right, so here at CanadianPreparedness.com, we're moving into a new studio, going strictly YouTube full time. We have to liquidate everything out of this place in the next month. So we're having a massive Black Friday sale, and I want my viewers, I'm warning you right now, we just sent out a massive email, and the phone has just been off the hook nonstop. Everything's probably going to be gone by Sunday. So I want you to capitalize on this while you still can. And when I say everything, I mean all of like the really good stuff is going to be gone by Sunday. So I want you to have the opportunity. I want to go over what remains and what really good gems there are that a lot of people have maybe missed, or it's hard to navigate the website. There's thousands of products. So I'm going to, basically whatever pops into your head for survival and preparedness that isn't a gun, we have it, all right? Or at least we did at one point. LA Police Gear Pants. That's the pant I wear every single day. I, of course, took enough that will last me a lifetime, but there still is a lot of options there. So capitalize on that, because here in Canada, you have to import those. They come with a lot of duties and taxes and all that stuff. You're getting at 40% discount, and I forgot to mention that it's all free shipping. Everything must go. We have Vosker satellite cameras. These are the satellite cameras I use on my acreage. They are very reliable. They come with solar panels on them, so they don't require an external power source. They run year-round, and it is a subscription-based. It's a very modestly priced subscription. I actually have a couple of them on my property. They work excellent. You get notifications sent to your phone if there's a big moose or a deer or a two-legged predator coming through your property. Strongly recommend Vosker satellite cameras. An excellent product. Whatever I don't sell is just going up on my property. Snowshoes. We actually have a sizable amount of snowshoes. Every prepper should have snowshoes if you live in a place that gets a lot of snow, if not just for the hobbyist aspect, but for the preparedness aspect, because if there's no more gasoline, you're going to be trudging through the snow, and good luck doing that if you don't have a means of flotation. Books. Go and check out our book section. We got a lot of books. Hard copy stuff is going to be important. If and when the grid goes down, you're going to, digital stuff that isn't stored on a hard drive is not going to be available, and nothing beats, the printed version of the written words. So make sure you capitalize on that. Specifically, everybody should have that survival medicine handbook, because that's our number one seller. We did get a lot of inventory of that, so we still have a lot of those. We have both the color and the black and white version. Honestly, there's not much difference at the end of the day. It's just, if you like colors, I guess. Zendur, we have a lot of the solar panels that are compatible. You'll have to look at the description to see if it's compatible with your own solar system, but you're going to get an amazing deal on these solar panels. Honestly, the cost of shipping is probably more than what we're selling it to, but again, everything must go. Whatever doesn't get sold is going to charity. We have also the whole home power systems. So these are systems that are on wheels. They're basically the equivalent of a Tesla Powerwall, okay? And they have a motorized function, so, and they're portable, which makes them better than a Powerwall, in my personal opinion. And we have some batteries for those, so there's still a few of those units left. SAS folding bows. I don't know if they're just not very prominent on the website, but we have a lot of these. So if you have an experienced bower or aspiring archer in your family, these are a folding takedown built to withstand the most, crazy rigors of the apocalypse. These things will last. I've done many reviews on them, and they pack down nicely, and they're just built to last a nuclear explosion. We have a few twin strike crossbows. These are a double barrel crossbow. So if you like hunting and, you want to expand your hunting season to crossbow season, they're very accurate, they're very powerful, and this one actually fires 2 arrows. We have a lot of Maxpedition stuff. Back in the Nut and Fancy and Such days, Maxpedition was all the rage. Now they have some competition with VanQuest, who we also sell, but I think Maxpedition is it used to be the most popular thing in the preparedness space. Maybe not so much anymore because there's a lot of other options. But the first thing people would do when they got into prepping was build their Maxpedition survival kit. So we have all kinds of stuff. And it really is, still to this day, one of the most premium mil-spec style backpacks that you can get. Eberly stock hunting packs, I think we got like 3 or 4 left. It's slim pickings back there. VanQuest, we still have a few Markor 45s, which of course is my staple backpack, one of my most popular videos. Seal Line makes dry bags, and they make some of the world's best dry bag type backpacks and duffel bags and things of that nature. So we got a few of those. Ghillie suits in a variety of different types of camouflage. We have those, good for hunting, good for sniping, good for, you know, whatever you want to do. Don't do anything illegal, obviously. In terms of tents, we have, I think, 2 Russian Bear tents left. We have about 5 Esker tents. Those are the canvas, heavy-duty, thick, built to just be completely bomb-proof. Okay, if you want a tent that's going to last forever, the forever tent is the Esker tent. The second forever tent is the white duck tent. It's a canvas material as well. Canvas retains the heat nicely. It's a nice breathable fabric. A lot of, you know, this is why all the old prospector tents were like that. I guess it's because they didn't have sil nylon back in the day. But sil nylon is great. It's an ultralight material, and we have a lot of those tents as well. The MSR sil nylon type tents are kind of the more yuppie style, mountaineering, alpine type tents that, you know, need to be super ultralight but very durable. We have that, but canvas is kind of more in line with, I think, a lot of, you know, hunters, preppers, and, you know, just wilderness enthusiasts. Snugpak is also another brand which is popular with the military. They make bivy sacks and super ultralight, you know, one-man solo mission type tents, packed down really lightly, great for an entry-level bug-out bag. Definitely check out the MSR tents, because it's not very popular with our audience, but anywhere else, like you go to any of the uppie stores, REI, Mountain Equipment Co-op here in Canada, those things are all the rage. So definitely pick up one of those. You're getting it, you know, dirt cheap. Tatler and other canning lids. We have a lot of canning lids. I think a lot of people buy canning lids locally. They don't expect to have canning supplies sold from Canadian Preparedness, but we do have all that stuff. And we still have, and this is probably like the crown jewel, we have all-American pressure canners. People still don't realize. I mean, go ask any grandma, you know, what kind of pressure canner she wants for Christmas. It's an all-American pressure canner. It's something that's going to last forever, all right? That's something you absolutely need if you want to get into homesteading or off-gridding. Even if it sits in your closet for 10 years and you don't use it, when you bust it out, it's going to be exactly how you bought it, and it's probably going to cost you 10 times as much when that year rolls around. So get whatever all-American pressure canners are left. Just do it, okay? Just do it. I should also say, I'm hoping that most of these things, we're going to prioritize. If you want to have fast shipping, like if you want to make sure that you get things before Christmas, you're going to have to pay the extra shipping cost, and we will prioritize those orders. I probably should have said this first, but you know, we're going to try to do our level best to get everything out in as expedient a manner as possible. We have to. We really have no choice, but that doesn't mean it's going to get there by Christmas. So we're going to prioritize the people who place priority shipping orders, and for that, you're going to have to cover the cost of shipping. That's all there is to it, because we have no other room to work with here. And priority shipping during Christmas season can be a little bit expensive. But honestly, with the money you're saving on the products, you easily make it up. There might be one or two, like I say this because this deal, this Black Friday sale has already been on for a day. So I don't even know what on the shelf is already accounted for. What's available on the website with 98% confidence is what is available in the store. So if something shows as available on the website, that means that it's available for purchase, okay? So if you do see some fur mitts on there, get them. Okay, Dean from Buddy. Anyways, I can't say that. Oh, I hope she doesn't watch this video. Okay, it's an inside thing. Anyways, damn it, it was a gift. Okay, and I blew it. I'm gonna have to cut this part out of the video if I remember. Sorry, Dean. Sorry, Jess. Anyways, what was I saying? Get some mitts. Get these fur mitts. Something's gonna last forever. Okay, real Canadian fur made by one of the best furrers in the business. Our friend of the channel, Ferdinand, who's going to be retiring soon, and this is going to be probably the last. Like, look what they did with the ostriches, and look what they're doing with all the regulations. We're not going to have this stuff much longer. This is the last of that kind of stuff that you're ever going to see generations from this point forward. We have air conditioners, portable night core air conditioners. These are great if you go camping in the summertime and you want something that's low power but will work as a air conditioner, not some glorified fan, an actual air conditioner, lightweight. They're a bigger unit, but they come with hoses and you can pump the new air in or pump the cold air in, I guess, and you know what I'm saying. They run on a variety of different types of power sources, so you can power them with AC, DC, whatever type of music you're into. We have a lot of CBRN stuff, so overboots for hazmat suits, gloves, you name it. We pretty much got it. Running pretty low on the gas mask front, but, we still have a few of those. And the gas mask, of course, is kind of the first more frivolous purchase that preppers will make. You obviously want to get your food and all that stuff locked down, but shortly thereafter you get into things like gas masks and potassium iodide. We do have a significant amount of potassium iodide pills left, so capitalize on that while the getting is good. Israeli bandages, we have quite a few of those. A few miscellaneous medical supplies that you might not find other places. We have hygiene supplies, just a lot of stocking stuffer, nifty things like wipes and toilet paper tablets, things like that. Anything survive outdoors longer related. They make the little mini survival kits and all those trinkets. We got a lot of that stuff from, reflective lenses, signaling lenses, compasses. We might even have some Kamenga compasses left. Those things are sweet. That's like the best compass you can get in the world. I don't know how many we have left, but if we do have any left on the website, get them. Get them. That is like, you give that and some of our knives that we sell, these Scandinavian knives, to a bushman in your life, and man, he's going to love you forever. All right. What else do we got? Mylar bags. Still got a healthy supply of that. We got a healthy supply of Mylar bags, or what you use for storing food long-term, ultra low-cost solution for anybody. Makes prepping for 2 months, 3 months, 10 years very accessible to pretty much anybody. You just throw rice and beans in there, you forget about it for 25 years. Katadyn and Guardian water filters. I'm amazed that we still have these. If the Canadian government and the military knew what we had here, they would probably want to come and expropriate it. These Katadyn water filters are world renowned. Okay, these are the best water filters on the market, bar none. As are the Guardian from MSR, which are comparable. They kind of work in different ways, but the MSR Guardian are the choice of many different like special forces teams in the US and Canada. So you're definitely going to want to capitalize on that. What else do we got that I haven't talked about yet? What are we at for time here? Holy shit. It's going on long. We have a few double bit wetter haul axes. Okay, those are, that's a no-brainer. The price that we're selling them for, that's a no-brainer. Just go and get some. Get whatever is left. Knives, there's a few, SOG, kind of your standard stuff, but we still have Benchmade. We still have Fall Raven. Was it not Fall Raven? It is. What is that brand? They make the triple laminate steel knives. Just beautiful knives, man. Beautiful. Razor sharp. So sharp that you got to be careful out of the box. But Benchmade, of course. This is the Benchmade Narrows. Okay, so this is like the top tier of the ultralight. Like, look how thin that is. But this is built to survive the apocalypse. Just a beautiful blade. Okay, and this is one of my go-tos. But I also always carry 2 or 3 or 4, depending on the situation. That is the carbon fiber Benchmade bug out. Okay, and that is it's the S. Can't remember what kind of steel it is. It's the best kind of. It's the Benchmade steel. You know, they all have different types, but it's all. I've never broken a Benchmade knife. Cookware, a variety of titanium, all the new flashy dashy nested this and that, and portable showers, and just the list goes on and on and on. I can't even enumerate all of the stuff that we had at one point. I don't know what's left, but whatever's left, you need to go get it. Any types of camping equipment, you know, stoves, things of that nature. We still have some multi-fuel, I think they're called XGK multi-fuel stoves. These are used by the military, and it's an MSR thing. And if you just Google on our website, MSR stove, these things can run on like several different types of fuel, and you can buy different bottles. So I think they can run on like a kerosene, a white fuel. I think they might, if I'm not mistaken, even run on gasoline, but don't quote me on that. It might be diesel. I can't remember. It's one of those fuels. Anyways, but it runs on several different types of fuel. That's an apocalypse light stove. And what I mean by that is, you know, fuel's going to be hard to come by, which is why you want to get a firebox where you're using natural combustibles. But, you know, that's kind of an in-between, because there's a lot of advantages to having a fire that doesn't have smoke if you're really in a survival situation, and a liquid fuel which is dense, as opposed to something like propane or isobutane. Julka heated showers, we have a few of those. The four-wheeler guys love those. They run on propane, I believe. We have some BioLite thermoelectric, not much, probably 1 or 2. Those are stoves that actually have a thermoelectric generator built in, so it will charge your phone. And man, I'm going to miss so much of this stuff. But you know what's going to be great about not having the store? I can really just focus on the gear and not have to worry about things like inventory and logistics. And if we want to do an affiliate code, I just can't wait to be liberated from all this. You guys have no idea. Wood stoves. I think we do have a few Winterwell wood stoves left. That's the top brand in terms of wood stove construction, okay, in terms of portable wood stove construction, but some people do use them stationary as well. We've shown them on the channel on many occasions. They have nice windows that you can see into. If you don't like the windows, we have some that don't have the windows as well. All American pressure canners, I think I already talk about that? I'm pretty sure I went on a big monologue about that, but those things are just amazing. Like, get them. I'm looking at them right now. We got about 6 or 7 over there. I don't know how people don't know that's there, because these things are just hard to get. All right, now we have all kinds of like hygiene, I mean portable toilets, like things that, you know, don't go right away but are still very valuable for an SHTF situation. Literally lots of propane heaters. I'm just going to be giving propane heaters away at some point. I would give them away if the cost of shipping wasn't so much, but pick up a propane heater. We have Heat Hog. We have what's that other brand? There's a couple other brands, different configurations. Honestly, propane has so many advantages for heating. There's, you know, 5 or 6 different types of fuels that you can use for heating, from diesel to kerosene to wood to propane. But propane does have a lot of advantages. I've done a video comparing all of the options, and when it comes to convenience, propane is very hard to beat. So if only for short-term emergencies. We have whole home power systems. We have a few of those left, and those are like Tesla Powerwalls on wheels, but you can add a lot more capacity than a Tesla Powerwall has. And we've done extensive reviews. Zender makes great products. We also have a lot of their solar panels as well. Scepter military containers. We have the gas containers, diesel, water. These things are built to withstand the worst of wartime conditions. And I don't even think you can sell them outside of Canada. That's how guarded it is. But unless it's like a military NATO contract or NATO gas canisters, they're called that. We still have a few of those. I, of course, as you can appreciate, have already, went shopping. Winter coats. Okay, so we have some Outdoor Survival Canada winter coats. If there's a person in your life and they need a coat that's going to last them a long, long time and will be the bestest coat they ever wear, built to be rugged, not that yuppie Canada Goose crap. These are built to be tough, withstand the elements, endure temperatures down to minus 40 degrees, the warmest jackets in the world. In fact, the warmest one was minus 60. A lot of people will get that one, but it's too hot. It really is too hot for, unless it's like minus 35 and below, I'm not jumping into that. I'm using my Atka, or, the difference really just depends on the length and a little bit of style. But there might be a few. Right now we're getting down to, the wire with certain things. So the sizes are kind of the oddball sizes that remain, but there's always somebody out there who might need them. Maybe, you have children who are going to grow up someday and they're going to need a coat in a couple of years. This is the time to get it, because goose down, it's one of those things that's going to be heavily regulated in the future. We're not going to be able to get this stuff, these heirloom type products. Anything like that comes from nature, which is, and I'm not sure if it's all like naturally sourced goose down or farmed or whatever, but this is really thick loft goose down, very, very warm. Pelican cases, we do have quite a few of those. So gun cases, everything we have is built to last a long time. So a lot of this stuff, even if you don't use it, put it in the garage, you're going to use it someday. And when you start to use it, you're going to use the shit out of it. And that is why it's built to be so tough. Sea to Summit, premium, ultralight, yuppie stuff. We have all the yuppie stuff. We basically have all the stuff that MEC has, all the stuff that you would find at a military surplus store, and Cabela's, all wrapped into one, minus the gun safe and the reloading and the ammo and the guns. Basically, that's what we have here. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff, I don't even know what is left, because the website has been slowing down because there's so much traffic. But get it while you can. Okay, just make out like bandits, because we got to move this stuff. And, this is my final gift to my viewers, to get you these insane deals. There were already good deals before we did any price reductions, but I'm taking a loss on some of this stuff, but it has to happen. We got to move it out, because we're on to bigger and better things with the YouTube channel, and I cannot wait to share what we've been working on with you in the future. So stay tuned. We got a lot of great content coming up on this channel. I have 15 videos that are just sitting in the queue, marked as private, that I've not released yet. All permanent evergreen stuff, okay, that is family friendly, most of it. And we got some good interviews coming down the pipeline as well. Real, practical, actionable information that you can use, not just, titillate your adrenal glands with and freak out about. Not that you should, because it's good to be informed, but that's what the Prepper News is for. Here at Canadian Prepper, we try to keep you educated. Thanks for watching, my friends. Get the deals while you can.